Video watch Fever teammate cause brawl and get ejected for defending Caitlin Clark. We are still seeing ripples throughout the sport world after Sophie Cunningham created an on-court skirmish after defending teammate Caitlin Clark from being constantly harassed by rival defenses. The Fever guard was eventually ejected after fighting her Sun rivals on Tuesday night. The truth is, Clark can't catch a breath. Late in the third quarter she was poked in the eye and then knocked to the ground by her Connecticut rivals. The following quarter Cunningham stepped up and took opponent JC Sheldon to the ground in response to their aggressive defending. After that all hell broke loose and officials weren't able to contain the situation correctly. This is why Fever coach Stephanie White exposed her discontent with the referee's performance. "Everybody's getting better except the officials," she said during her post-game rant. The Indiana tactician is convinced that WNBA officials aren't protecting her star. "I think that it was pretty obvious that stuff was brewing when officials don't get control of the ballgame when they allow that stuff to happen," White said. "And it's been happening all season long." She then added, "When you allow them to play physical and you allow these things to happen, they're gonna compete," White continued. "And they're gonna have their teammates' backs. It's exactly what you expect out of fierce competition. I started talking to the officials in the first quarter and we knew this was gonna happen." Even personalities from other sports are chiming into the conversation as tennis legend Chris Evert addressed WNBA players for lack of sportsmanship following Tuesday night's brawl. The 70-year-old said it was pretty obvious how Caitlin was being mistreated on the court. "When will these ladies realize, accept and appreciate at Caitlin Clark 22 is the best thing that ever happened to women's basketball. This is a bad look for the sport and what's happened to sportsmanship," Evert posted on X. WNBA's Sophie Cunningham goes viral after Caitlin Clark controversy. Indiana Fever player Sophie Cunningham has exploded as a viral trend for her actions and off-court photos after phenom Caitlin Clark ended up on the floor during the Fever's intense Tuesday, June 17 game against the Connecticut Sun. However, the opinion is divided. On the one hand, Cunningham's jersey has sold out. On the other hand, there's a new petition seeking to get her removed from the WNBA, complete with a red X over her face. She's being called Clark's enforcer by supporters but blasted for a dirty move by others after she delivered a hard foul to Sun player JC Sheldon near the end of the game. Supporters see the hard foul as a response to an earlier incident in which Clark got poked in the face by Sheldon, according to Sports Illustrated, before being shoved to the ground by the Sun's Marina Mabrey. Sheldon was given a flagrant 1 foul, and both Clark and Mabrey initially received technical fouls according to SI. Some people thought that Mabrey should have been ejected. Cunningham struck back at Sheldon later in the game with the hard foul, which resulted in her being tossed from the game with a flagrant 2 foul of her own, according to MLive. A fight then broke out on the court, and more technical and flagrant fouls resulted. Connecticut Sun coach Rashid Mezian called Cunningham's foul disrespectful and stupid, especially because the Fever was so far ahead when it happened. Many people are saying that the refs need to get better control of the game. The WNBA ended up fining both Cunningham and Mabrey and upgraded Mabrey's foul to a flagrant 2, SI reported. Sophie Cunningham's repeated displays of unsportsmanlike conduct during games against the Connecticut Sun have reached a point where decisive action is necessary, the petition says, although it only received 193 signatures in 2 days. However, Cunningham's stock also rose, with Clark fans upset at the physical play against her, and it sent Cunningham's jersey sales through the roof. The jersey sold out at Fanatics, but fans can still customize a Fever jersey with Cunningham's name, according to MLive. Some Clark fans supported Cunningham online in the wake of the fracas, and videos and photos of Cunningham walking through stadiums in various outfits turned heads online.